Hello, my name is Sally Pinto, and I'm the Program Director for the Yonkers Newark Neighborhood Naturally Occurring Retirement Community. We serve seniors 60 plus in Northeast Yonkers. We are under the auspices of WJCS and the Yonkers Office for the Aging. We also have a resource specialist and a nurse on staff. We conduct virtual programming in partnership with the Yonkers Public Library on a daily basis. Enjoy the program.
Alexis. All right, good morning, everybody. We're going to start with what we usually do. You can do the seated or standing, okay? Just nice and tall posture. We're going to do our chin tucks and then our head turns, okay? Because just remember, it's a very small range of movement as you try to push your chin back and feel that stretch to the back neck muscles. We're going to do 10 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now we're going to look left and right for 5 each side, okay? So nice and tall, we're always going to meet back in center. Ready? And go ahead and look over one side, center, other side, center, 3, center, 4, center, 5, center, 6, center, 7, center, 8, center, 9, center, and 10, center. Okay, so from here we're going to do things for reps with our warm-up today. A little different. We have to do it every time. We're going to do 10 4-count chain breakers, seated or standing. This is where we hold for 3, the chain for 3, and then we open up on 4. Okay, so we're warming up the back of the shoulders here and getting stretched to the front. Okay, seated or standing. I'll do 5 seated, 5 standing. Ready and begin. 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, 6, 1, 2, 3, 7, 1, 2, 3, 8, 1, 2, 3, 9, 1, 2, 3, and 10. Okay. Next exercise, we're going to do 10 4-count cherry pickers with an arm circle. I'm going to do 5 seated and then 5 standing. You pick what option's best for you or follow along with me. Remember, this is where we go out, middle, in, and then we give ourselves an arm circle when we stand up. Okay? So just in case you're new here, out, middle, in, arm circle. There it is, stand. Okay? All right, here we go. We've got 10 reps total. Ready and begin. Out, middle, in, 1. Out, middle, in, 2. 1, 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 6. 1, 2, 3, 7. 1, 2, 3, 8. 1, 2, 3, 9, and 1, 2, 3, and 10. Good. Okay. Moving right along. We are going to do straight arm pull down with the knee raise. Okay. So we're going to do 10 per side. Okay. You can do seated or standing. I'm going to do 5 seated, 5 per side. Okay. Ready and begin. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Okay, so that's right here, that you're rowing with the oars. Okay, and if you're seated, all right, legs kind of extended at the edge of your seat, tap those toes back. 10 total per side. Ready? In. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, all right. We're going to go into our first set. I'm going to switch up our sumo squat a little bit today. Instead of going into side step, like we have to, because I have another lateral movement later on, okay? Just regular sumo squats. So your feet, your toes are pointing out on a diagonal. Your heels are about in line with your shoulder, okay? So it's wide, okay? From a side, if you're standing, the hips go back first, right? It's not the knees coming down first, okay? It's the hips going back first, okay? Right here. So we're going to do 10 sumo squats. Seated position. You're doing this from the seated. Have your feet wide the same way, okay? See if you can lift yourself up from the chair here, okay? You can use the sides if you have side handles here, okay? That's your modification. But if that's too much, side steps like this, okay? All right, so here we go. We're going to do sumo squats and curl to press. All right, nothing new here, all right? So regular sumo squats, actually 10 rounds, we're going for 45 seconds. Here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. I always do the first step seated, that you can see. And then the next 2 sets I will do standing. So I'm choosing to lift and cover from using the middle of my chair here. It's up because I don't have handles on the side of my chair. If I had handles on the side of my chair, I might opt for that, but I don't have that, so you can just pick what feels comfortable for you. Just a small hover. You don't have to lift high if you are doing the seated option. That's 10 more seconds here. 5, 2, and 1. Good. Get ready for your curl and press. You can do these body weight. You want to just pretend you have weights in your hands, right? Your curl and press up and bring it back. Okay? In 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Seated or standing. Good. So we're getting the biceps and the shoulders. One movement. And this really helps replicate things we do in our everyday life. Picking stuff up, putting it on shelves, trying to grab something from overhead, put it down. We have 10 more seconds here. And then we go back to our sumo squats. And for the next 2 rounds, I will be doing them standing. If you prefer seated, then you can stay there. Okay, time. All right. And your weights are optional here too. You can use weights for your sumo squats or not. The toes outwards, heels in line with the shoulders, hips get pushed back. And I'm actually going to do it from this side so you see that. Okay. So hips go back first, drive up. Okay. So don't let the knees initiate the movement. Let the hips start it and then the knees follow. Okay. It's almost like backing down. Okay. When you're raising yourself up, I want you to think about pressing your heels really hard into the floor, and that's going to help squeeze. Your glutes are going to activate by doing that, and you're going to get a little more out of the exercise. Right, those knees stay in the direction of the toes, okay? The toes are kind of diagonally pointing outwards, so are the knees. Okay, they're not caving in. 2 and 1. Okay. 15 seconds to catch your breath here. Excuse me. Go back to curl press. And in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go, nice and controlled. So there's 3 parts in the shoulder. There's the front part of the shoulder, the top part of the shoulder, and the back. This overhead press really works the top part of the shoulder. And the curl is working your bicep. Last 5, 2, and 1. Okay, moving on to our final set here. Either you're seated or standing sumo squats, okay? Heels are shoulder width apart, toes pointing outwards, sinking back through those hips, and begin. All right, and if you see, my knees stay in the direction of my toes. I don't let them cave in towards the middle of my body. I keep them pushed out. And I'm really, as I'm elevating my body back up, I'm thinking about me pushing my heels through the floor, and that's what's actually lifting me back up to standing. Really squeeze your glutes at the top. Working all areas of the legs here. Biggest muscle groups in the body here, glutes and legs. 2 and 1, okay. Final set of curl to press, and then we're going to move on. Here we go, in 3, 2, and 1. Curl it. Good. Past halfway. Remember, it's our continuous efforts that help make the change within our own bodies here, okay? It's just from showing up time after time. 2 and 1, okay? Take a rest here, get a drink, guys, okay? We are going to go into our conditioning circuit next. We are going to go into, we're going to do our crossover crunches and our modified jacks. So our seated one is we're getting some ab. We're getting that opposite elbow to knee. All right. Our repetition. We want to get so good at these movements that we very have to think about what we're doing. You know, we've really understood that neuromuscular pattern. And then our other one is our modified jacks. Okay, so we can do this. All right. And here is fine from a seated position on the edge of your seat, right? Okay. And if you're a little more advanced, you can jack, jack, 1, 2. Okay. So you can do a hybrid. Okay. All right. So let's get started. 40 seconds is going on the clock. First round, seated. Okay. We're going to do opposite elbow to knee for those oblique crunches. Ready? And begin. Here we go. So exhale, exhale. All right, make sure you're exhaling as you rotate. So not only is the movement itself working your obliques and your abs, your core, but so is your breath. Okay, so you're working externally with the movement itself and then internally through the breathing itself. Three, 2, and 1. Get ready for your modified jacks or your hybrid combination, okay? In 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Getting the upper and the lower body moving at once. With both of these movements, the idea is trying to
elevate the body temperature, pick it up a gear. Good, we have 10 more seconds here, and then we are gonna go back to our crossover crunches, seated or standing. 2 and 1, okay. So if seated is better for you, please stay there. I'm gonna switch to standing now, going back to those crossover crunches, opposite elbow to knee, begin. Remember that breath, exhale, exhale. Bring that elbow towards that knee. You don't have to touch, you're just moving and twisting in that direction. Really try to rotate through. Feel that twist. Ten more seconds. And time, good, all right. Go into our modified jacks next, or the hybrid, okay, seated or standing, ready, and begin. I'll go for the hybrid here, so I'm gonna step, step, jack, jack. Please do what feels comfortable for your fitness level. Oops. Almost there, 5 seconds, keep it going, you're looking great. 2 and 1, okay. One more time through, catch your breath. Back to those star crossover crunches. Ready, and begin. I'll try to work into that twist. Round for round, you might feel your body loosening up a little more. Almost there, last time doing these, we got 10 seconds. Get that knee up high. 2 and 1, okay, all done with those. One more round of our jacks, modified jacks, seated or standing, or the hybrid combination. 3, 2, and 1. I'm gonna stick with the hybrid. Almost there. It's got 10 more seconds. Last 5. 2 and 1. Okay, guys, take a break. Excellent work. First conditioning circuit done. Going back to a strength circuit. We are doing a superset of, need a drink, hold on. Our 3 rows with the hinge, okay, I'll show you, and a lateral raise to bicep curl, okay? Again, I've said this before, if the lateral raise causes you irritation in your shoulder, you can come to, if you'd like, we got some options, front raise, bicep curl, okay, or go back to your curl to press. When we do a lateral raise, that's working in the top of your shoulder again, okay? So it's very much the curl and press is in line with that exercise, okay? We're just moving it from a different direction. The front raise to bicep curl, if you choose that, is working the front of the shoulder, okay? All right, so a little bit different there. And remember, our row is we're gonna hinge down, 1, 2, 3, up. Okay, back down, all right, and then 3 rows, okay? I'm gonna do the first round seated. We're starting with our 3 rows to hinge. Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. 1, 2, 3, up, back down. Work at a pace that's good for you. Remember, the quality of your repetition is much more important than trying to go really fast through the movement and get a lot of them in, okay? We want to teach our bodies how to move correctly. And sometimes if we just try to rush the movement, we miss it, you know? We just go too quickly through it. And up. All right, we got 5 more seconds here. Up, okay, and time, okay. So we're going to our lateral raise, bicep curl. Remember, your other alternatives are a curl and press or a front raise and bicep curl. You need to figure out what feels best on your shoulder, okay? 2 and 1, here we go. I'm gonna do the lateral raise as written. Okay, and I really want you to think about, it's not like your hands are elevating the arm up. I want you to think of it more like the elbow is elevating the arms up, okay? Think of rather like from the middle of the length of your arm is lifting rather than from the far end, okay? And when you think of like fulcrum and leverage, okay? Good, we've got 10 more seconds, then we're gonna go back to our 3 row to hinge. 2, and time, okay. I'll be standing for the next 2 rounds. Please remain seated if that's best for you, okay? Feet are shoulder width apart if you're standing. We're going to get ready to hinge down in 3, 2, and 1. Everybody down, and then 3, 2, 1. Think of the glutes pulling you up, and then back down. 2. Good, so the row is for our back, our upper body. The hinge is for our glutes and hamstrings in our lower body. Nice hybrid move here. 2. Good, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, going back to our lateral raise and bicep curl for the second round, or you could do your curl to press or your front raise to curl, okay? Do what feels good for your shoulder here. 2, 1, here we go. You're standing, really thinking about your core is tight and your glutes are tight. Like if somebody were gonna try to punch you in the stomach, you knew they were coming at you, so you're kind of like, your stomach's braced, like you're prepared for the impact. All right, that's how you want to keep your core while you're doing this. Two and 1. Okay, we have 1 more round to get through. Okay, so we're going back to our hinge to 3 rows. Seated or standing, this is our final round. Feet are shoulder hip width apart. Get ready. In 3, 2, 1. We're gonna hinge and then 1, 2, 3, up, back down. 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 1, 2, and time. Okay, last set of lateral raise, the bicep curl, then we're gonna go back to some conditioning. And 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Lateral raise, bicep curl. Or you can do a curl and press, or a front raise and curl. Two, and time. Okay, so go ahead and get a drink here. All done with that strength superset. What we're going into next, introducing a new one in here. It's 40 seconds of work, 10 seconds of recovery time. For our first exercise, we're going to split this into 20 seconds on one side and then 20 seconds on the other. So you're going to wait for my cue. We're going to switch sides at the 20-second mark. So we're doing knee repeaters. So if you're seated, you're on the edge of your seat. Yep, you got it. All right, really hitting those abs today, okay? You're gonna go at a pace that's comfortable for you. One of the things I suggest is really the leg that's staying on the floor is think about your weight sinking into that leg, okay? Making that your stable leg. And the other leg is kind of coming out a little bit because that wider stance gives you more stability, okay? So, okay, so 20 seconds one side, 20 seconds the other, all right? And then our last one, or our next one is going to be, remember I said we got a side step coming somewhere else when we're doing those sumo squats? That's what we're doing is, we're gonna side step, side step, side step, side step. All right, give me that pull back, nice big reach. I want you to feel those shoulder blades in the back, kind of pinching together, and those elbows stay high, okay? And if you're seated, you're doing your opposite, your taps, tap, okay? All right, so I get breathy just in the explanation of that one. All right, so we're gonna start with our knee repeaters, 20 seconds on one side, 20 seconds on the other, okay? So I'm gonna do this first round seated. Let's get ready. In 3, 2, and 1, here we go. Remember when you're standing, you're really putting that weight in the one leg and you're tapping out a little lateral so you have a nice wide stance. We're gonna switch sides in 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, switch sides. Gotta even out. You're seated. Boy, you should really feel this in your abs right now. I know I am. Hip flexors and abs. You can take, if you need a break from the hands and you need to stabilize, just do the leg, okay? And time, okay. Lateral side steps with a pullback, okay? So think of rowing that boat. Think of squeezing those shoulder blades together like you're cracking an egg between them. Here we go. Side to side, side, side. Really get an arm workout with just this body weight. By both these exercises, we've got these arms moving and the legs, really. I'm just feeling my shoulders working very much doing these two. 10 more seconds. And we go back to knee repeaters, 20 seconds and 20 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. Back to knee repeaters. You can remain seated if that's best. I'll be moving on to standing. Weight in that one side. Ready? Begin. Go at a pace that's comfortable for you. Feel those abs working. Standing ab exercise. And switch sides. almost like you're breaking a stick on your knee, right? 2 and 1. Woo. All right, let's get ready for those side to side steps with those pullbacks. I'm feeling my heart rate up here. Ready? And begin. So, nice wide step. 15 more seconds here. We still go through it one more time. This one's a toughie. At least I think so. 5, 2, and 1. Good, shake it out. Catch your breath. We have this one more time through. All right, if you need to start or stop a little before or after, that's okay. All right, here we go. Ready? Begin. Three, 2, and 1. Switch sides. Three, 2, 1. Shake it out. Side to side steps with that pullback. And then we rest after this, okay? Woo, feeling it. Ready? 2, 1, here we go. Get those arms, feel those shoulder blades squeezing together in the back. Good posture, right? Healthy shoulders. Working those glute medius, those glute muscles on the sides of our hips that promote healthy knees and hips. Help us with balance. 3, 2, and time. Woo! That one was a burner. Okay. Rest, recover, get a drink. All right, going into our final strength circuit. This one's going to be 3 exercises. We've got our sit squats, okay? So if you're doing your sit to stand, you're just really tapping, right? You're just using the chair as a guide to know where your glutes are supposed to go. Okay, so just tap, drive up, tap, drive up, okay? You can do your hover, okay, as a modification. If the up and down is too much, you're just lifting your glutes out of your seat. Different than the sumo squat. Now our legs are closer together versus wide, okay? And then after that, we're going to our alternating leg extensions. I'm gonna give you the same options we had last week. If you like a little more intensity, you can give me a knee snap, okay? So it's like a knee up and then a snap. All right, this is a little more challenging, but you're still getting that knee extension in there. That's working on the quadricep. You're just also getting a little more cardio, okay? So that's your other option. And then the last one, overhead tricep extensions. You can take 1 or 2 dumbbells, or you can just use your hands together here. All right. And you're just trying to keep those elbows from flaring out too much. If this overhead hurts, go back to what we usually do and go into our kickbacks, okay? If it's too much to go overhead. I'm just trying to switch it up a little, okay? So our first round, I'm going to do seated. Again, we're starting with our sit to stand. I'm gonna do our hover, okay? So here we go, get ready. In 3, 2, and 1, we're on. So I'm just lifting my glutes off. All right, this is our chair position. All right, even if it's just an inch that you can lift them off. And if you have a chair that has those handles, you're in better shape than I am. I just literally told you guys before, I don't have any chairs like that in my home besides my, like, you know, like my cushy, comfy chair in the living room, which I'm not dragging down here. Almost there. I got 10 more seconds of this. 2, and time. Good. All right, we're going into seated leg extensions. Okay, so you can just extend and flex that foot to the front of your leg, or you can give me that knee raise with that front snap kick, alternating to intensify it a little bit. In 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. So I'm keeping that foot flexed. I'm straightening the leg, okay, and I'm trying to squeeze the top of my leg here. I'm trying to activate my quadriceps, get that blood flowing to them, tell them to work, tell them to contract. All right. So by move, even if it's body weight, which is what this exercise is right here, you know, you get that blood flow, that pump to the muscles, and that's what helps with, like, you know, from muscle atrophy. You know, you got to use them, right? And make sure that we take care of them. 2, and 1. Okay, good. And now we're going to go into our tricep exercise. Okay, so with or without weights. All right, you're either just going to hold your hands together in the back. All right, I'm going to take both mine because these are 3 cups, about 6 pounds I have, and we're going to do overhead extensions. Here we go. If this is really hard to do for you, like your range of motion is not there, take it to our tricep kickback, like I showed right before we started. This is what we usually do, okay, where we're bent over and kicking back. I feel like I should give you a little demo of that one in case you just don't like this one right here. Remember, it's this right here. If what I was just doing before doesn't work for you, okay? All right, good. Right, we're going back to our sit to stand. After this, we've got 10 more seconds here. 2, and 1. Okay, shake it out. All right, you can remain in the hover position for the seated options. I'm going to go to our standing option. I'll start sitting down now and then drive up. So I am going to use the weight in my hands here, just holding one either side, and begin. Here we go. We're going to drive up, tap it down, up, tap it down. Just like our sumo squats, you're really thinking of pushing your heels into the floor, because when you do that, when you put the weight in the heels, like I can wiggle my toes as I'm standing up because I'm pushing my heels down so much, and that you should actually feel your glutes kind of turn on a little bit more by doing that. And even if you don't feel your glutes turn on, trust me, just still keep on doing it. It does take, sometimes it takes a little bit of time to build up a mind muscle connection. Okay, that's normal. All right, 2, and 1. Woo. Okay, good. All right, seated leg extensions, or if you want to up your intensity, you're going to give me that knee raise to that front snap kick. Okay, 3, 2, here we go. So knee kick. So I start with my knee and then flick into that kick. Or you can do your seated leg extensions. Options, right? Options are good. As long as you're giving it your best effort, that's all that counts. You can't ask for anything more, right? You're trying your best, and that's good. That's all you need to do. 3, 2, and time. Okay, triceps. All right, so again, if that overhead option hurts for any reason, come right here, okay? All right, here we go. In 3, 2, and 1, we're on. Working the underside of our arm. Gotta take some time. And we've got one more round to get through after this of these 3 exercises. And then we finish off with one more conditioning block. 10 more seconds here. I'm feeling my triceps doing this way. I like this. 2 and 1. Okay. Final time around, starting with our sit to stand or our hover option. All right. We're going to start at 5. I'm going to start from the seated position here. Drive through my heels. 2 and 1. Drive it up. Squeeze those glutes at the top. Just hanging out in that seat just for a second. Just kind of feeling it. Say, oh, okay, it's there, and it's standing there. Back up. With that being said, lower body movements are large muscles. So if you find the intensity is catching up to you, slow it down a little bit so you maintain quality. 10 more seconds. Final round, please. 2 and 1. Okay, all done with our squats for today. All right, next we have our seated leg extensions. We're going to do that knee to kick, snap kick. Ready? And begin. Knee comes up first if you're doing what I'm doing here. And then the foot snaps with that kick. So you can still see how replicates a seated leg extension. Up there, got 15 seconds. Last 5. 2 and 1. Okay. Triceps, overhead extensions for the last time. I'll take a little breather. Remember, give me those kickbacks if this is uncomfortable. Okay. Seated or standing in 3, 2, and 1. Begin. Last time here. For your stance, if you're standing, you can be in a split stance like I am here, or you can just be in a wide stance. I like the split stance for myself. It's all preference. Nice little burn on these triceps here. You guys are good. We're almost done. Break after this. 10 more seconds here. 5 seconds. 2 and 1. Okay, shake it out. We're done with our strength circuits. Final set of the day is going to be our modified seal jacks. Okay, so just like our jumping jacks, if you want to do a hybrid of tap, jack, that's totally fine. Okay, I'm going to do my first round seated, and then I'll move to standing for the second 2. And then our second one, because I still haven't been through this one, I'm not ready to give it up just yet. Cross, kick, okay? Cross, kick, okay? All right. So, and that looks basically the same from your seated. All right, so the first round will be seated. Last little superset of the day here, starting with our modified seal jacks. Let's get ready in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Oops, I'm sorry. Seal jacks. We already did the jumping jacks. Round to the side now. So again, a lot of focus on these posture muscles in the back, right? We want to strengthen the back, right? By pulling our arms apart like this and squeezing in the back, we strengthen and we get all of that up. All right, tighten it up. Pull this up straight. All right, helps the shoulders feel better. 3,
and 1. Okay, shake that out. We're going into our cross, cross, kick, kick. Okay, have fun with that, all right? 2, 1, here we go. Fist covering your face at all times. Good. Move through round 1. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, going into round 2. Go back to those modified field jacks. All right. You can do a little hybrid here as well. Here we go. See that you're standing. This is what the regular one looks like. You want to add that hybrid in. You can tailor it any way you want. I'm going to go tap, tap. A little bit of bounce if you can handle it. Don't force yourself if you can't. That's good for bone density if it is okay for you, you know. Let's strengthen the bones. 2 and 1. Okay. Going back to our cross jab to front kick. 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Pass halfway. Last 5 seconds. 2 and 1. Okay. Last time through. We're done after this. We got 1 more minute of work. Let's finish strong with those modified seal jacks and begin. I'm going to stick with the hybrid. You do what works best for you. Almost there. Last 10 seconds of modified seal jacks. 5, 2, and 1. All right. Cross, cross, kick, kick. We're done after this. In 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Moving in a rotational direction. We live in the 3-dimensional world, so we need to move in all these different dimensions. Rotational, side to side, and forward to back. Good, almost there. 5 seconds. 2 and 1. Okay, guys. That is a wrap for today. Let's just go ahead and very quickly stretch out here. Start with a forearm stretch. Okay, seated or standing. Pulling those palms back. Feeling the stretch right through the forearm here. Okay, and the wrist. Same thing other side. Okay, and then just roll. Shake them out a little bit here. All right, let's get your neck and trap by pressing and pulling. All right, enjoy that nice little stretch. Same thing other side. Press and pull.
Good. Whether you're seated or standing, let's do a hamstring stretch. Okay, so from a seated position, you're just kind of bending the one leg, all right, and you're stretching the straight leg. Okay, you're kind of leaning into it. You can do this standing. You can prop your foot up on something, like not too high, but you know, to get through the stretch that way as well. All right, same thing other side. Hamstring. And then of course we'll do after this, we're gonna do a groin stretch, my favorite one. So we're gonna go ahead from that seated position. You're gonna go ahead and extend one leg long, okay? And lean. I'm feeling the stretch through my inner thigh and groin. All right, go ahead and stretch. If you're standing here, you can always hold on to the back here. Chair, if you want, like this, you're just kind of sinking back into that hip a little bit here, like this, all right? All right, and then gently come out of that, switching sides. All right, so from that seated position, I'm on the edge of my chair here, or you could be standing and holding. I'm just pretending I'm holding onto the back of my chair here. Good, and release. And let's go ahead and inhale, palms up, and together, exhale, palms to heart. 2 more times just like that. Inhale up, and exhale, palms to heart. And 1 more, inhale up, and exhale, palms to heart. All right, guys, nice work today.
Hi, everyone. This is Z from Yonkers Public Library. Thanks so much to Sally Pinto and Alexis and Barbara from Newark. Thank you to our community partners, WJCS, the City of Yonkers Office for the Aging, Westchester County Legislator Ruth Walter, Friends of Crestwood Library, and Yonkers Public Library for making this phenomenal partnership. And we thank each and every one of you for being part of our wellness community. Be well, stay well.